What's up, everybody, and welcome back. We are less than a month away from the World Cup, so we are going to do our group stage pick and who we think are going to win the World Cup. Yes, it is less than a month, but we will probably have more videos on our predictions. But this one, I'm just going off of my gut instinct. I think I did this back a couple months ago whenever the drawing first happened of who's getting what group. But we're just going to jump into it and see what we think right now for the World Cup. So we are going to start in Group A. We have Qatar, Ecuador, Senegal, and the Netherlands. I think that the Netherlands will make it out, and I think Senegal make it out. And I'm going to have to say that Ecuador finish in third, just above Qatar, for that Group A. Just more, like I said, this is just my picks for my gut instincts, just looking at it, kind of know what's going on, but I will be making a more in-depth prediction of current forms and all that coming up in the next couple weeks, especially after the MLS Cup is finished. So in Group B, I think that England, of course, are going to be first, but I don't know at the same time because of their current form, it is not that great. And neither is the US's. They played their two friendlies, not that great, but I think still that those two are the ones that will get out of Group B. And then I think it will be Iran and then Wales in fourth place there. So moving on, we have Group C. We have Argentina, Saudi Arabia, Mexico, and Poland. And speaking of Mexico, I just received this shirt today. I ordered it. Fanatics is awesome. I have an affiliate link below. I get a lot of my jerseys and stuff there. I'm a huge jersey fan. But if you do like ordering jerseys, sometimes they have pretty good deals. So if you do, please use the link down in the description. That will help me out and help boost the channel here. So let's get back to it. Group C, I do believe that Argentina will finish first in this one. And I really want to say, I'm going to have to do it. I'm going to have to say Mexico get out. And then Poland, and then Saudi Arabia. I feel like, yes, Poland has a good team, but I feel like Mexico is going to turn it around a little bit. They did struggle through CONCACAF in a sense, but I feel like that they can get past those teams, and I guess we'll see. But this is just my reaction. Please tell me in the comments below who you think is going to make it through the group stages and who will win the World Cup. I greatly appreciate that. So Group D, we have France, Australia, Denmark, and Tunisia. France is going to win it. I know that they have had some injuries come up recently, but I do feel like France will top that group. I think that Denmark will come in second, and then followed by Australia, and then Tunisia coming in fourth. So next up, we have Group E, which is Spain, Costa Rica, Germany, and Japan. This is going to be a tough one. I think that 1 and 2 could be flip-flopped, and that's really like in any of them. I think the 1 and 2 spot could be flip-flopped in a lot of them. I know that makes a big difference when it comes to the round of 16, but I'm going to have to say Germany will go first, get first in this. Spain will get second, Japan, and then Costa Rica. I think Costa Rica will round out the bottom of that group. But we'll see. Like I said, I'm going to do a more in-depth video to see how the forms are currently. Because like I said, I know that England haven't been doing very well recently, and neither has the U.S., so that could change a lot of things. But at the same time, could it not? I mean, they are just friendlies, but I know that England's was the Euros. So we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, Group F, we have Belgium, Canada, Morocco, and Croatia. I think this might be one of the hardest groups. This might be the hardest group to get out of. I think that Belgium will finish first. I want to say Canada finish second, but I think it will be Croatia. But then Canada, and fourth will come in Morocco. Yes, Morocco is also a strong side, so really those two could be flip-flopped for third and fourth. But I do believe that Belgium and Croatia are the two teams that will move on to the round of 16 for that group. So next up, we have Group G. We have Brazil, Serbia, Switzerland, and Cameroon. I think we all know who's going to be the clear number one in that group, and of course it will be Brazil. But going after that, the other three teams are very, very close, in my opinion, in the sense of how good they are. But I will say, I think Switzerland get the second place in this group, followed by Cameroon. I will go with Cameroon third, and then Serbia fourth. So yes, I'm going to get so much hate. I think I got hate on the first video where one guy was like, "No way, this is going to happen," especially for that Group B. With U.S. and England and Wales and Iran. Like, Iran is a good side, so is Wales. They can be pretty good. So it's all up in the air. This is my prediction, so I'm more than willing to debate. Just don't hate. Everyone has their own opinions. So we move into our last group. We have Portugal, Ghana, Uruguay, and Korea. This is also a hard one. I feel like that's going to be hard to get out of. I think that Uruguay will finish first. I think that Portugal will get second. I think South Korea will get third, and Ghana will get fourth in that group. Again, I think that really the bottom three could be flipped around in any certain way. Like, I think I could see South Korea beating Portugal and getting in. And then even Ghana, I think Ghana has a pretty decent side that they could get into. So we'll see. I'm excited for it. So here is our round of 16. We have the USA versus the Netherlands, Argentina versus Denmark, England versus Senegal, France versus Mexico, Germany versus Croatia, Brazil versus Portugal, which that would be a heck of a matchup if it really happened. Then you have Belgium and Spain, and Uruguay versus Switzerland. So we move up here. I really do believe that if this matchup would happen between the Netherlands and the U.S., I think the USA could win. And I'm going to go with that with my gut instinct. I think that if U.S. show up and play well in the group stages, I think that they could win this match against Netherlands. So I'm going to go with them to make it to the quarterfinals. And then next up, we have Argentina versus Denmark. I think that Argentina is definitely the better team than Denmark. I know that Di Maria might be missing the World Cup, and I think someone else, and I can't remember who it is off the top of my head. So that all plays a role in all of this. Just like I know that he's not a huge part of the USA, but Luca de la Torre is out, so it sucks. I know France is losing a couple people that are out that might miss it. Portugal, so that is also going to really affect. And like England, Reece James is going to be out. I think that's a huge hit for them. But anyway, off of right now what I know, I'm going to have to say Argentina beats Denmark. And that leads us into England versus Senegal. I think this would be a good matchup to watch, and if this would happen, it is going to be a good matchup to watch. But I think that England would win this matchup, not easily. I think it would be a very close game, but I'll have to go England wins this match. So next up we have France versus Mexico. Boy, would I love to say Mexico beats France, but France, even if France would start maybe even their B team and maybe have a couple of their A team players in the lineup, I think that they could beat Mexico. Mexico is very much struggling with their coach and even pulling the best players because, that Chicharito is not going to get called up most likely. And so I think France would win this game if it happens. So next up we have Germany versus Croatia. We know that Germany has struggled in the past in the World Cup, especially getting out of the group stages for being favorites. Here I have them getting out of the group stages, and they're playing against a Croatia side that has a couple good players, but they are kind of getting up there. But so are Germany. I feel like a lot of Germany players are in that older stage of playing career. But I'm going to have to go with Germany. I think Germany would win this matchup over Croatia. So then we have Brazil and Portugal. I know that people would love to see somehow Portugal and Argentina play in the finals. But if this matchup would happen, there's no way Portugal is moving on. I think Brazil just has too much talent, and I think that they would actually win this game pretty easily. I think that they're going to win their group stages pretty easily. So that leads us into Belgium versus Spain. Probably a very, very good matchup right here. It kind of sucks that they are meeting here in the round of 16. Belgium is always ranked high, and I sometimes I don't understand how that FIFA ranking works because I don't think it's all that great. Um, I believe though that Belgium would get the job done against Spain, but Spain does have a lot of talent, and I think that they could come up pretty easily. But I think Belgium would win this matchup. And then our last matchup of the round of 16, Uruguay versus Switzerland. Both teams are pretty tough, but I think that Uruguay would definitely win this game over Switzerland. So that leads us into our quarterfinals. We have USA versus Argentina, Germany versus Brazil, England versus France, Belgium versus Uruguay. What a lineup! It's a good lineup. Now, first matchup, we have USA versus Argentina. Yes, I would love to see the USA move on and beat Argentina and upset them. I would really love it. But I just don't see it happening in this matchup. Argentina is just too good, and I think that they would win this match pretty easily. It would be like a 3-1, 4-1 victory, in my opinion. So that leads us into Germany versus Brazil. This is another good one. So much talent on both of these teams. But I will have to say I would have to pick, if I had to bet money or really just look at it, I think that Brazil win this matchup and move on to the semifinals. And that leads us into England versus France. Both teams are, I would say, top five-ish. I mean, if you could get England, that's the thing that is a struggle for me. England has so much talent that we should be talking about them being number one. Number one, number two in the world in those FIFA rankings. I just think that they have so much talent and so much potential talent. If you could just get a manager in there to just use the players to their best of their abilities. I know I just stumbled completely all over my words there. But if they could use the talent in every way to bring the best out of their players, England would almost be unstoppable. I think only one or two teams could, really compete with them. But between these two, England and France, I think France are more consistent than what England is currently. So I would have to say that France wins this game and moves on. And that moves us into Belgium versus Uruguay. I think that both teams are very strong. I really, to tell you the truth, I don't know too much about both of them. But I believe from what I hear and read and see, like score-wise, I think that Belgium would win this game and move on. So we are at our semifinals, and what a semifinals this would be. Argentina versus Brazil and France versus Belgium. To start off, we have Argentina and Brazil. Really, I wish that this could have been the final game. This would be a final game that I would love to see. But in this circumstance, it's not. It's the semifinals. So I would have to say that Brazil, I hate to say that Argentina's out because I'd like to see Messi move on and at least get to the finals. But I think, again, Brazil just has too much talent on their team. And I think that they're coming, with a will to win the whole World Cup. Just from the talk and the hype that they're getting and the talent, I think that they just outperform Argentina. It would be a close one, maybe even go to like penalties and everything like that. But I'm going to have to say Brazil win this match over Argentina to move on to the final. And then we move into France versus Belgium. Two good teams. This one I would feel like there would definitely be extra time, but I think that France is definitely the stronger side here against Belgium. And I'm going to have to go with France. I don't think that there's going to be an upset here. I think that France moves on. So for the final, we have Brazil versus France. And I think I talked heavily on both of these teams. They're both very good. Injuries are going to happen. But I'm going to have to say that Brazil win this. I think that Brazil, in my first initial go through this, I have not looked at any of the teams or who's going to be missing or anything. Just thought I would jump on, make a video. I think just hearing what I have heard and everything, I think that Brazil win this, and I think that they win it all. Brazil will win the World Cup final as of right now with my predictions this way. So Thank you for watching. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. Tell me down below what your thoughts are, who you think is going to win it all, who you think is going to get out of the group stages. There will be more videos to come. We will predict probably every game of the group stage. Of course, we'll do the 16 quarterfinals, semifinals, and the final game. We will have videos on those. But thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.